Welcome back to Boughton and welcome back to leg 2 of the four-wheel drive A final. And this of course is round 2 of the 2025 BRCA 1/10 Offroad National Series. Hopefully you've watched leg 1, which is on our YouTube channel. And if you have, you will know that it was Lee Martin with his X-Ray who took victory in that one, with Josh Holdsworth driving the prototype Schumacher finishing second, and Tommy Hall was third. So unlucky, Ben Smith had a bad bounce and was collected by Josh, and that affected the whole thing. Let's see who can do it this time. So there's Ben, there's the new car. There's another new car, that's Josh in the second, Neil Cragg third, and Lee Martin fourth. So as the marshals go out, just quickly thank our sponsors, who are Schumacher, Speedworks, Model Tune, Rude Bits, FF Racing, SCMCS and RC Disco. There they are down the bottom. We'll let Muds do the talking.
Best of order, please. Anyone spectating, do not touch any cars if they come off near you. Leave it to the designated marshals, please. Okay, good luck drivers. A final, leg number 2. Here we go. So off and away we go. Ben Smith leads us off from pole position. Bit of a change there in the order. Josh Holdsworth not getting a very good start there. So Neil Cragg from third up to second. Lee Martin, winner of leg number 1, goes up one position as well. So a bit of a bad start there for Josh Holdsworth. So Ben Smith leads them round on the opening lap. Down the straight he comes. Ben Smith from Neil Cragg, Lee Martin, Tommy Hall, Johnny Skidmore, Thomas Phipps, Charlie Saunders, Daniel Pole, Josh Holdsworth and Luke Holdsworth, your 4 running order. 1.4 lead at the sharp end for Ben Smith. So Ben Smith try and get the hammer down on this one. I'm not sure what's happened with Neil Cragg, but we've certainly lost him on this one from the lead. He's right at the back somewhere. So it's Ben Smith from Lee Martin now to the 2 spot. Tommy Hall 3, Johnny Skidmore 4, Charlie Saunders 5, Daniel Pole 6. Ben Smith's lead 2.3 seconds up front. Lee Martin won leg number 1. He wants to seal the deal now and win leg number 2, but Ben Smith and Tommy Hall want to have a say in this as well. Onto the straight comes Ben Smith. Here comes Lee Martin, Tommy Hall giving chase. Gap's coming down at the sharp end. It's 1.5 now lead for Ben Smith. Tommy Hall try and give the pressure to Lee Martin. These both pushing each other along towards Ben Smith up front. 1 minute 45 on the master clock already. Johnny Skidmore there in the 4 spot. Charlie Saunders 5. Bit of mistake up front from Tommy Hall. So that's released Lee Martin with a bit of pressure. So Ben Smith, Lee Martin. Johnny Skidmore now up to the 3rd spot. Tommy Hall 4th. Charlie Saunders 5. Through the centre of the track they go. Through the chicane and onto the bank corner. So through the back section, Johnny Skidmore just catches the pipe towards the end of the straight there. Tommy Hall's going to close in behind him. So that's his closest battle we've got currently down the straight for 3rd and 4th. Ben Smith just pulling out a few tenths on Lee Martin. It's a 1.7 second lead at the sharp end. So Ben Smith, Lee Martin. Then it's Johnny Skidmore. Here comes Tommy Hall, Charlie Saunders. Recovering, Josh Holdsworth is up to the 6th spot. We've lost Neil Cragg altogether from this one a couple of laps ago. So Neil Cragg got to try and do it in leg number 3. Ben Smith still lapping the same pace as Lee Martin, 1.7, still with a gap at the sharp end. Johnny Skidmore just 2.5 seconds further back in 3rd. Johnny Skidmore sideways, Tommy Hall's going to come right up behind him onto the bank corner they go. Tommy thought about it up the inside, Johnny Skidmore shuts the door. So close battle still, third, fourth and fifth. Ben Smith coming down the straight. 27 flat. Lee Martin, 27 flat. 1.7 still the gap up front. Johnny Skidmore still there, third. Charlie Saunders trying to give pressure to Tommy Hall for that fourth position. So through the chicane, third, fourth and fifth on the bank corner is still the closest battle. 1.5 minutes to go. Ben Smith coming down the straight once again. Lee Martin still in hot pursuit. 26.9 for Smith, 26.6 for Lee Martin, 1.3 now the gap up front. Tommy Hall trying to give the pressure to Johnny Skidmore through the centre of the track. There you go. We'll try and watch both battles on this one. Third, fourth and fifth, very close on track. Approaching the final 1 minute of this A final, leg number 2.
Race order after 4 minutes. 1, 4, 6, 5, 8, 2, 7, 10, 9, 3. Leading on lap 1.
New hot lap for Ben Smith up front. The gap's 1.5 now at the sharp end to Lee Martin. Johnny Skidmore still there, third. Tommy Hall right with him, fourth, and Charlie Saunders 5. This could make a huge difference to the podium result at the end of the meeting after leg number 3. Down the back section they come, third, fourth and fifth. Tommy Hall thought about a move there. Johnny Skidmore shuts the door. Charlie Saunders getting in there with Tommy. They stay in the same positions. Up front, Lee Martin's taken 3/10 out of Ben Smith. The gap's coming out just over a second now. They've got this lap, it could be right on the line for the leader, so we'll follow them down the back section. They may go one more, it's going to be right on the 5-minute mark. Well, quickly approaching that, closing down A final leg number 2. Down the straight, there's a toenail caught on the line, so Ben Smith takes the win. Leg number 2, Lee Martin, second place to go with his winning leg 1. Johnny Skidmore third, Tommy Hall fourth, Charlie Saunders rounds out your top 5 in that leg. So Lee Martin with a 1 and a 2 going into the third and final leg has got to be feeling pretty confident. He knows he's got at least second place and he could have the win. All depends on Ben Smith in the last leg. Later on, so after this one, we move to the final next race on track.
So, leg 2, done. Ben Smith, I think he only had 1 bobble. Perfect run apart from that. Chased down by Lee Martin, but Lee got within just a second and then the little mistakes crept in. He was touching off pipes, so that's it. That's the pace. Well done to Ben. There he is, and there is that prototype going very well. We won't direct the camera in that. We've been asked specifically not to. Sorry, guys. But what I can tell you is it's a traditional shaft drive layout with a few Schumacher developments on it. That's all I can really say. Okay, well look, that is leg 2. It's going to go to leg 3